All right, y'all. We should be live. Should be good to go. Apologize for the late start and the little bit of the choppiness in the beginning there. Some of the music that I used to have downloaded. It's been so long that I have to re-download some of this stuff, and I didn't realize it till
Oh
till after the
no!
fact. But I'm getting the tweet out right now. Boom. Live right now, Jesse the Buckeye to give our Double or Nothing predictions, giving away free WrestleRumble.com AEW Double or Nothing contest entry. All right. Uh, Boom. All right.
I shrank.
All right, y'all. We got about probably about 40, 45 minutes. We can do the show today. I have some stuff going on where I've got to be ready for someone to come over to my place to do some maintenance work. But Jesse wound up in a little box here. I don't know if that'll adjust itself. This is gonna be a scuff podcast today, y'all. We just wanted to.
We're just rough. We're rough. We're roughing it
Yes,
today.
Jesse's in like the spare
Here.
like project room, like right now, like the community room. Um, Anyway, we're just glad that we're here. It's been a minute.
We're just
Yes,
happy to be
I've
here.
been super busy with my new job. Jesse's had a lot of stuff going on. And we just wanted to make sure we
Oh,
came
yeah,
here
you know
today
it.
to give you some Double or Nothing predictions. So we appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah, boy. Yes.
We got the card pulled up already. We are going to give away a free Wrestle Rumble entry during the show.
Oh, I need to. Yeah. Let me get that list started because we already have a super
Yes,
chat.
let me get that pulled up too. It isn't showing up on my end, but I did see Deshaun had sent one earlier.
Yes.
If you're able to read that out, Jesse.
I sure am. Well, let me say first, if you want a free Wrestle Rumble entry, all you have to do is put Wrestle Rumble in the chat. And we'll put your name on. Name on. Name on. Name.
Did we lose Jesse? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. It could be my connection too. It's totally possible. Um, can y'all hear and see me okay? And is Jesse just frozen? My computer is on the struggle bus right now. Cadillac Carson, I'm going to read yours out because I see that here right now in front of me. We'll get back to you, Deshaun. We really appreciate everyone who's in here today. Cadillac Carson says, have a blessed day and a great prediction show. Double or Nothing is going to rock. Yeah, I totally agree. Double or Nothing looks absolutely sick. I'm going to call Jesse back here in just a second on Skype. And, yeah, I mean, this show looks absolutely sick. I can't wait for it. I'm gonna have some friends over to watch it on Sunday night, and I mean, it's like a dream card. Every AEW pay per view kind of comes off like a dream card. Always look forward to the AEW pay per views. Trying to get Jesse back on here. I apologize, y'all. The way to get a Wrestle Rumble entry, by the way, or potential entry, is basically if you send any kind of super chat, we put your name on our list for a potential Wrestle Rumble entry. If you say the words Wrestle Rumble in the chat, we put you on there once. If you give us any donations totaling more than $10, you get an additional entry. And for every additional $10 you give us, you get your name on there another time. So you can rack up a bunch of different chances at an entry, and we put all those names. So some people might have, like the last super chat we just had, where I need to find that again. I apologize, y'all. Technical difficulties like crazy today. Like Cadillac Carson, he gave a $9.99 super chat, so he's gonna get 2 entries for that plus an additional entry because it's like he chatted for Wrestle Rumble. So his name's gonna be on there 3 times. Deshaun gave, I think it was a $5, so his name's gonna be on there twice as of right now, so on and so forth. And we will pick a name at the end of the show. We'll pull it up on a random name generator, and somebody is going to win a free Wrestle Rumble entry, and the top prize for WrestleRumble.com's Double or Nothing Pick'em contest is $1,000 cash, which is insane. Look at it right there. AEW Double or Nothing. They've also got the Hell in a Cell Pick'em contest coming up later. Is it later this month? Well, not later this month. I guess at the beginning of next month. When is Double or Not? Or when is Hell in a Cell? June 6th. So yeah, go to WrestleRumble.com. They're nice people, and $1,000 cash just for knowing about pro wrestling is pretty sweet. I'm hoping I win the cash. So give me another second here. I'm gonna try to get Jessi back on the line. And if we can't get Jessi, I will start going through some of these matches, but I'll wait on her to see for when we get into some like the bigger ones. It sounded like we were trying to call her and then it didn't go through. There was something else I was going to look up just now. Oh yeah, that's right. We will get into the predictions here shortly, y'all. I apologize. Let's see. I'm going to text her real quick. Oh, okay. Jessi said she's getting Skype downloaded on her phone so she can jump back in. Alright, so we should have Jessi back soon. So she's having technical difficulties with her computer. So she's gonna get Skype downloaded on her phone. Oh, there we go. She is calling me right now. Let's see how this looks. Yo, okay. Okay, that looks good.
I'm on my phone.
It actually looks, yeah, it looks and sounds a little bit better, I think. It's still lagging a little bit, but I think we're going to be all right. As long as we can at least get the audio, then that's,
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. I think we can rock with this. We can rock with this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. So, we had another super chat that I read out.
Yeah, I saw it. I just saw it.
Okay, perfect. So,
yeah,
we'll make sure to put Cadillac Carson for 3 and Deshaun for 2.
Okay, I will. My computer is ass, you guys. I'm sorry. It's my computer. Like, Notes app won't even load. Like, are you kidding me? Get out here.
Oh my god. You ever shop at Publix? You have Publix.
My computer.
Oh, yeah, right.
And so.
This is so all over the place. I hope people who are watching this are enjoying it because this is the most scuffed podcast we've ever done. We've done some scuffed podcasts, but this is the most scuffed.
This is the most. You can definitely. We've got some ring rust, you might say.
Yeah. See, like even OBS won't just let you be one size on here for some reason today. Oh, by the way, unrelated, but did you watch Creator Clash?
No, but I wanted to. I totally forgot about it, but I saw how good it was.
Yeah.
Shout out to iDubbbz.
Yeah. I watch all those the TikTokers versus YouTubers and all that BS. But this was it was some of the lowest level boxers you'll find, but it was people who were evenly matched, and it was just fascinating watching Michael Reeves fight Graham Stephan and stuff, and
oh my gosh,
and I love Harley from Epic Mealtime.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I saw that he won, right?
Yeah, he smashed Ego Raptor. And Harley trained with Sam Hyde. I don't know if you know Sam Hyde.
Yes. Yes, I do know who Sam Hyde is.
But iDubbbz banned Sam Hyde from the venue because Sam Hyde basically punked him when iDubbbz tried to do that documentary on him this last year.
Oh, that's right.
So, anyways, yeah. So anyway, I wanted to, because I know you know about a lot of those YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that Creator Clash event. I want to get on there. Like, I want to fight on there. I think that'd be awesome. Like, if they ever need like a person, like an extra person to like box, like I'm
You can be a jobber. You're a jobber.
Oh no, I mean I can beat.
You could beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You could be the 1, 2, 3 kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like iDubbbz looked real good in there, especially considering where he was before he started boxing. Like he's completely transformed.
He was trained. Yeah, he was training really hard. I watched him and his wife. I watched like I saw her on Instagram stories training.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, and Issa, she wasn't able to fight because I think she got like some like concussion or something when she was training. But
man,
iDubbbz, I mean, Dr. Mike looked good. He looked good in comparison to like the YouTubers, but he didn't look good in comparison to it. He even says like he shouldn't have been saying that he was training for 10 years because like he's I think he's been hitting pads, like doing like fitness boxing stuff maybe for like 10 years.
I've hit that's not training. That's
but like
different.
yeah, it's like he looked better than anyone else on the show, but at the same time like he didn't look like someone who's been boxing for 10 years. Like he'd probably beat me. Honestly, if I trained for like probably got 4 months or so, like hard, like every day, because I've gotten into rhythms before. Like my brother has a gym and stuff. I mean, I'd have super easy access to getting ready for something like this.
Oh hell yeah!
But anyways, yeah, that's a whole other thing. But I shout out to Creator Clash. I really enjoyed it.
iDubbbz is very underrated as like an organizer, like, and like a producer. I guess I guess I would be like.
Well, yeah.
Is he like
Yeah, I mean this event, like it was like a legit 10,000 person sellout, and like and the production was great, and the streaming was super clear, and I mean it was a really, really, really well-produced event. It really was.
Right.
Like, they really should be proud. And then the fights delivered. Like, some of the fights were blowouts, just one-sided, just beat downs.
Yeah, the one girl was just, like, smiling the entire time.
That was a great fight, though. That was Yodeling Haley versus Just the Minx. And, they had, like, Dad beat up that dude from, there's the two guys from, I always forget the name of the channel. It's like, they've been on Cold Ones before.
Have they?
I can't remember the name. There's like two guys. I want to keep saying Game Grumps, but that isn't it. That's what Ego Raptor is from. It's, it doesn't matter. The guy in the first fight, this guy called Dad, who's like a total gimmick. He beat the hell out of this one dude in 22 seconds. I mean, it was like hilarious. And then Ryan, the second guy from that same channel, wound up having a really good fight against some other guy that I didn't really know. But anyway, yeah, that's completely off topic. But I just wanted to ask you about that because I know that you would know about that actually.
Yes, I was keeping an eye on it on Twitter.
Yeah, it was great.
And definitely with your Twitter too, because I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I live tweeted like pretty much every fight. I was into it. I was having a good time watching that.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, as far as Double or Nothing goes, let me go and get the card pulled up. We can start making some predictions, and we're gonna give away a Wrestle Rumble entry at the end of the show. So keep that in mind, y'all. If you type the word Wrestle Rumble into the chat, we will put your name on the list once. Any donation whatsoever, you get your name on the list twice. Any donations over $10, you get your name on there 3 times, and every time you do another $10, you get another one on there. So if you do like $20, you get an additional, $30 an additional, so on and so forth. Predictions. All right, we got to go kind of fast on this because we got about a half hour here. I'm just terrified because what's going to piss me off is when this maintenance dude shows up and it's like 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's like I didn't have to rush this, but watch this guy show up like right at noon.
Right.
So I just don't even want to. I don't know what I would. Yeah, I would. Anyway, I'd probably leave him stranded at my front door, like I did I did that to what was it? A guy who replaced my fridge last year. I didn't even hear him at the door.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Deshaun, yeah, actually, Jessi was reading the super chat and her internet dropped. Can you read it again real quick?
Yeah, of course. And now my computer's like not even letting me scroll, but it basically says, hold on, there's old people walking by. What will I do if I don't have Pop My Pussy for Born for Greatness? And I'm going to riot. I'm going to be very mad, Tony Khan. Tony Khan, Tony Khan, you have to have seen me spam your tweets with Born for Greatness. There it is. Hey guys, how you been, Jessi? How are you going to be if you can't hear Born for Greatness? Mad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I will be popping my pussy live on Twitch. That sounded really naughty, but I will be live streaming my reactions on Twitch. I won't be live streaming the actual pay-per-view, but I'm going to be watching the pay-per-view and live streaming on Twitch. So it's Jessi the Buckeye 1 because I forgot my password to the first one. So I had to make a new one. Also I got Paige beating Punk.
Ooh.
Do we want to just like talk about that for a second? You want to like just go into the main event real quick?
Sure. Kind of backwards, but we might as well. Yeah.
Yes, and then did you read Cadillac Carson's?
Yes.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Carson,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deshaun, and thank you, Cadillac Carson, and Strike Leather, I think, had said Wrestle Rebel. I don't know. My computer just...
Yeah.
I can't even see.
There's a Piz, P-I-Z-Z, said Wrestle Rumble.
Okay.
I'm
on my... Okay. Like, I can't even open up anything right now on my phone or my... I mean, because I don't know, can I...
Oh,
can you still see me? Can you see me?
No, it's just
still?
a picture now.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, see, I can't.
I can try to keep
there.
up with it.
Okay.
Get a notepad
I'm
out.
trying to open Notes app, but it won't let me. But yeah, so Deshaun. Okay, there's 2 matches where I'm like super torn, and I think the first one is the main event, which I'm assuming is Paige versus Punk. I'm super torn on that because there's part of me that feels like CM Punk is going to lose. Like, there's a legitimate part of me. I don't feel like Hangman Page has had because there's only been 4 AEW champions, right? That's it. I don't know if they pull the plug on Hangman Page and go all in on CM Punk. I mean, it makes sense because then you could have like the Summer of Punk and 3.0 or whatever, and you could do that or whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like Punk really wants to get over all this young talent. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
So I think one of the biggest keys here, and I could be looking too into it, but like Forbidden Doors in a month, and it's in Chicago, and I think they want CM Punk to have the title going into that because it would just be massive.
Oh.
Especially if it was like him versus like Okada or something like that. Like it would be.
Dude, can you imagine if you heard that coin drop at the end of the pay-per-view? Holy fucking shit!
It's pretty much guaranteed we'll get some sort of New Japan presence on the show, especially after Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb showed up on Dynamite.
You know what?
So.
Yep.
But I mean, I think Hangman Page definitely could win this. Like, I don't think it's like a foregone conclusion that Punk's gonna win. I do think that they probably should put the belt on Punk. He's on such a good run right now. Like,
he really is.
But I do like the dynamic though. Some people seem kind of lukewarm on it. I actually really like the whole dynamic of Hangman kind of being like for CM Punk, this is just business. Like, he wants to be the champion because this is like why he came back and like in kayfabe. When with Hangman, he's like trying to protect the world title from CM Punk because like he's an AEW original and like first ever AEW press conference, he said, "I want to be the AEW champion," and like this has been years in the making. But he has had the belt for a minute already. I mean, it's been like at least half a year at least.
Yeah, he won it at Full Gear. Right?
Yeah. So he's had a good, and the title run I think has been great.
About 6 months.
Like,
yeah.
Every match has been a banger. So
Adam versus Adam was great at Revolution.
Yeah, both of their matches were really, really good. But so my thing with Hangman is this. I think that the main goal for Hangman Page becoming the whole push that he's had, I think that the main goal of it was to have the fan base perceive Hangman Page at the same level as guys like Kenny Omega and guys like Bryan Danielson, like the tippy top tier type wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I think he's accomplished that. Like, I think that people look at Hangman the same way they look at Omega and the same way they look at Danielson. And he's beaten these guys as well. And I think that at this point, it's like, they could keep the title on him as long as they want. And I'm not going to be upset about it because, like, I think he's a great representative for your company. I think he's a great world champion. He could have a run for another 2 years. I'd be fine with it. But I think the mission's been accomplished. Like, Hangman Page is top tier, one of the top, 3 guys or whatever in all of AEW consistently now going forward. So he can afford to lose, I think, as long as they keep him in that upper tier going forward, and they could always run a rematch back and stuff. But once again, I think that CM Punk having the title going into Chicago for Forbidden Door, I think that's just like, it's just such a unique opportunity they have right in front of them right now. The timing is just so good, and Punk's run has been so good. And coming, when you have these kind of feuds where it's like the Darby return match was awesome. The Eddie Kingston feud was incredible. The MJF feud was like the best thing I've seen maybe ever in wrestling. Like, so it's like
that dog collar match,
incredible with the throwback gear and the entrance music and stuff like this. Like,
man, I couldn't believe I got to be there. That
so sick. Great. So like, so that's kind of what it's just. They have it. It's like, I don't know. It's just like it's right in front of them, and this is kind of best case scenario. And CM Punk is still super famous and stuff, so it's like, I think that he brings a lot of eyes to the company. I just think that, and then also they will turn CM Punk heel eventually. It will happen. Then it opens it up for a whole new set of possibilities once that happens.
I mean, he's already teased it in their cuckoo crazy town of Long Island, where MJF is like, he can play a great heel. We know this, And that's what I like, and that's why I wanted to pick your mind on it, and I think that's a very good point. You're right, the opportunity is there, because there's a part of me that's like, well, I don't know,
Same here, though, because I like Hangman with the title, mission, like it's worked really well.
But the great thing about AEW is, like you said, they've put Hangman on that level through all of his other matches already, so that even if he does lose, this doesn't really hurt him. My only question would be, what's next for Hangman?
That I'm honestly not. I shouldn't say I'm not concerned with, but with AEW, I'm not concerned because I know that they'll have, because even with Danielson, it's like Danielson came in and like he wrestled Omega and stuff, and like he was a total baby face, and then out of nowhere he just shows up as a heel and starts going after Hangman and stuff, and it was like, wait, where'd this come from? But it's like they could easily do something like that right away, where like something, they could turn Hangman heel for all we know. I mean, they could do.
They could turn him against the Dark Order.
Well, that's another possibility, is the Dark Order coming down and like getting involved in this again to like help him out, because like they've been really lost in the mix. Right. So there's a lot of possibility and option with a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a really cool, I don't know, it's a cool opportunity to have with Punk, but at the same time, Hangman's been an awesome champion, so.
Yeah, so your official prediction would be?
My official prediction is CM Punk. And I think that the best long-term story I think they could possibly tell with something like this would be if eventually Punk does turn heel. Doesn't need to be right now, but like when he turns heel, if they can make him the most despicable person in the company, to the point where the only person that AEW has that could
MJF.
Yeah, the only MJF has to be a pseudo babyface one time to get the title from Punk.
Yes.
And but the problem with
that would work.
And it also, it's their trilogy match, and like they're like, because they're 1-1, and like MJF could ultimately win this feud and win the title.
Oh my God, you're right.
But the only problem with MJF is that he would have to re-sign with the company before they made that move, because there's no way the fans are going to get behind him if they know he's going to leave for the WWE. So by the time that they do something like this, MJF has to commit to the company, and people need to know he's committed. So they would have to run a story where basically MJF decides to re-sign so that he can get the title from CM Punk because he's the only dick that can out-dick CM Punk and get that title off of him. And the fans got to get behind him one time,
wow.
one night. They probably do the show like in Long Island.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So.
Oh my god. Okay, so my official prediction, now that you've convinced me, is CM Punk. I was gonna do Hangman Page, but you're right. The opportunity is there with what they have in front. It's right in front of them. I feel like AEW knows that. They're not stupid. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, actually, I would be surprised if Hangman Page retains, but I wouldn't be like, this is totally unexpected.
For sure.
I would be surprised, but not shocked. I would say that. Now, here's my thing. I feel like this Wardlow MJF match, I feel like they've kind of booked themselves into a corner here because MJF is very much the final boss. He's always the final boss. Every single person has to, I mean, look at what he did with Jericho. Look at what he did with Punk. And now he's done it with Wardlow. You have to go through all these people before you can get to MJF. It's very much the same thing. MJF has typically, I mean, he beat Jericho, right?
Jericho eventually beat him, but like he beat Jericho a few
times
before that.
Okay. Yeah, before that. Obviously, Punk beat him with that amazing dog collar match. And then it's like, okay, so for here, what do they do? Does he win by being a chicken shit heel and cheating like he could? Makes sense. What does that do to Wardlow? Does Wardlow then just get mad and then Tony Khan comes out and says, whoa, I'm going to offer you a contract. I like what I saw, MJF, F you. You know, adding to the tension that is kind of already there with, you know, authority and MJF. I really don't know who to pick here. I have zero clue. I don't know. I mean, Wardlow makes sense, but at the same time, MJF is very much final boss, cowardly final boss, but at the same time, I feel like a loss would hurt him. You know?
Yeah. No, I agree. This is a tough one because I think Wardlow has to win. And I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of that. It's just I'm such an MJF fan that I'm like, I don't want him losing too often. But like Wardlow has to win because like this was like the big, they've been building to this match for like 3 years. So it's like,
Do you think Sean Spears turns on MJF and costs him the match?
I don't think so. I think they keep Spears a heel.
You don't
probably.
think so? Okay.
I mean, maybe to be like, this guy just keeps getting my ass kicked, so like,
right.
But yeah, I think Wardlow just has to win, unless they do something where like MJF, totally, screws him somehow, and like Wardlow eventually gets the win again. But I mean, the crowd's responding to Wardlow too. I mean, they're popping massive for
he's
him.
Over.
Yes. And if Wardlow beats MJF, he's immediately a challenger for the world title scene, basically, because MJF is like right there too, like top tier kind of talent. So like, but then you just got to be careful with the push of Wardlow. I mean, I shouldn't say that though, because like the guy has a lot of talent, a lot of potential. It's just you don't want to. It's like they haven't done it too fast because like the build has been like 3 years long for him to turn. But he hasn't had that many matches, and most of the matches he's had is just him kind of just powerbombing people. Like, he hasn't had to do a whole lot, which when he's had to do more, he's shown that he can.
Like with Cody, right? Didn't he have that cage match?
Yeah, I was
Cody?
live at that one in Atlanta. Yeah. But that's I don't know. It's just one of those things where like AEW. I'm interested to see how Wardlow does. Like, I'm pulling for him. I hope he does well. I hope that this accomplishes what they needed to accomplish. But I also don't know how he looks in there in like a 10 to 15 minute long match against like a Danielson or an Omega or a Hangman or something like that. Like, I'm not saying it won't work. I'm just saying he hasn't really had to do stuff like that much. So I just don't know.
Right.
I think this match with MJF is going to be very telling though, because this is going to be a real match. This is going to be a squash. This is going to be a legitimate, probably 15 minute long match. And like, so I think we're going to learn a lot about Wardlow in this one. But yeah, I'm going to take Wardlow as my prediction, although it's like hearts with MJF, mine's with Wardlow. I just got to go with Wardlow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go MJF just to be different.
Yeah. There you go. I like the pick.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be different. I don't want to copy, but yeah, I mean, either way. I mean, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, like all of these matches, I'm really excited to see where they lead.
Yeah, in every match, I think, like, none of them have a foregone conclusion. And so they're hard to
Right.
predict, and I like everybody. So, like, I'm not going to be mad regardless of who wins these matches. Like, even if I'm wrong in my predictions, I still like everybody. So,
Right.
like,
Right.
so the next match, we don't have to talk about this one a lot because I think the build has actually been pretty bad for this match, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. But I think Thunder Rosa's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, she just won the title recently, so I'm
They can't.
I'm gonna pick her as well. Although once again, this is like the opposite of the last one, where like my heart. Well, actually, it's the same one. My heart's with Serena. My mind is with Thunder Rosa. Serena Deeb's my favorite woman in AEW. Like, I love Serena
Right.
Deeb, but like Thunder Rosa is like right there. Like, I think these are the two
Right.
best all around women that AEW has. These two right here.
This match, people are sleeping on this match. This is gonna be a good
Yes,
match.
and that's to the point that I was about to make, is like they didn't need to do any of that storyline stuff and promos because they could have just sold it as these are the two best women in the world. Like, you know,
Right.
this is going to be an incredible match. They didn't need any storyline built at all, I don't think. Just the fan, because the match is going to deliver, and none of the storyline is going to matter in this match. It's just going to be a great technical wrestling match. So,
It's gonna be great.
but yeah, I'm a Thunder Rosa also. I mean, she won the title too recently.
They have to.
We got Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole in the finals of the Owen.
I love this.
Yeah.
My husband was so mad. He's like, oh, it's obviously going to be Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. He was like, this is so predictable. This is so like WWE.
Oh, no.
And he was like all mad. And I was like, hey, look what the finals are. He's like, oh, okay.
Well, this is another one that I think is like really hard to predict. And I think a lot of people are making that double prediction of Adam Cole and Britt Baker kind of being like almost like the king and queen of the ring, kind of like but I'm gonna go Samoa Joe. I just have a gut feeling about it.
Right.
What about you?
Me too. I do too, because I feel like Adam Cole's wins have been super sneaky. And you can't be super sneaky with Samoa Joe, you know? I feel like Adam Cole, he's like rushed to win all this stuff, and Samoa Joe is just destroyed his opponents slowly.
Yeah.
Just like completely dismantled them. And so it's like a clash of the Chihuahua and the Bulldog, you know? It's like, who's going to win that one? Which one's going to be the stronger one? It's like, is Samoa Joe just going to like, whoops, my stomach just farted. I mean, it's really, I really think it's going to be Samoa Joe. I really do. Could it be Adam Cole? I mean, there's a case for both, and that's with a lot
every match. I'm sure, yeah.
Every single match. I feel like and that's what I love about it. I love there's like nothing to be mad at, you know. Yes. I mean, I say that, but I'm sure people will find something.
Well, we also have to keep in mind, like, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh are barred from ringside too, so like there shouldn't be interference in this one either, which I think is like a lot of people I think were choosing Adam Cole thinking there'd be like interference because of the other Samoa Joe storyline going on, unless someone else, you know, it's possible someone that isn't Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, or Satnam Singh costs Samoa Joe the match, but it's also the finals of like this super prestigious tournament. I'd like for just to be a clean finish, but at the same time though, the only reservation I have is, like, I'm a huge Adam Cole fan, and I don't want him losing too much either. And he's already had 2 world title shots. He lost to Orange Cassidy, and, like, even though technically didn't count, but he lost to Orange Cassidy right before his title shots. And, like, I think he needs a big win like this, but at the same time, it's like, Samoa Joe kind of needs it too, to, like, reestablish him in this company. So it's like, it's a tough one, but this is a damn good matchup.
It is. It's a great matchup, and it's one of those clash of styles matches that is it worked out so well in the end. Yes. You know.
Kogan, what's up, man? See, he's got a new handle. He was in me and Doug's show on Tuesday. Oh, by the way, y'all.
Oh, hell yeah.
We got to rifle through about another. We're only here for another 10 minutes or so. We're gonna get through the predictions here, but. If you've been trickling in, we are giving away a Wrestle Rumble entry. If you want your name on the list once, just say Wrestle Rumble in the chat. I'll do my best to keep up with that. Any super chats, your name's on there twice. Anything over $10, it's 3 times, and that's for every $10. If you send those I will make sure to pick one name off of a random generator before we go off the show. So you can get a Wrestle Rumble entry. Win $1,000 cash over WrestleRumble.com. Speaking of, so we both have Samojo.
Right.
Nice. So the women's Owen tournament finals, we got Britt Baker taking on Ruby Soho. Jessi, who do you think wins this one?
Britt Baker.
So I'm gonna go Ruby Soho.
Are you?
I don't like the pick though. I really don't. No, because
yeah, it's a weird final. I
just had this gut feeling that Ruby was gonna win the entire time. I don't know what it was. Like I just felt like for some
right.
You know,
I did too. I don't know what it was.
It's for me. I think it was kind of it was kind of like she came in really hot into the company, and then she kind of like was off TV for a while, and I feel like they want to have her established as like, because you have Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb, Britt Baker. Those are probably like the top three women like all around.
Right.
And Britt isn't as good in the ring as the others, but she's super over.
She has the star power, like kind of like Jade Cargill.
Kind of. I mean, well, she's more. He has more experience than Jade, but they do different things. I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
Right.
Jade will be like the top star, I think, in the whole company. But
did you read her thing in the what is it called?
Athletic.
The Athletes. Yeah, the Athletic. That was great. It's a good read. I recommend it.
I gotta check that out. I love Jade. She's a long-term play for them, but she eventually I think is gonna. And if it isn't in there, she'll wind up being one of the biggest stars in WWE like 5 years from now.
Well, she says in there that WWE had interest in her, and she chose AEW over WWE because she liked it and she felt comfortable with Tony Khan.
When it's also like, we're gonna debut you in like a tag team with Shaq, like that's huge. Versus like she'd be sitting in like. She'd be on like NXT Level Up right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh my god.
But yeah, I just have a gut feeling about Ruby Soho. I thought it was fascinating last night because I'm a huge Chris Statlander fan.
I know.
Yeah, so I'm a big. Like, I was a big like with her on the Indies. Like I was saying she rose the ranks very quickly, but I was saying for probably about 2 years, I was like, this girl is going to be like one of the biggest stars in wrestling. She's so good, and she was mainly wrestling men on the Indies because like she was. So athletic and with her size and stuff.
She's huge. Yeah. She's huge.
And so she's creative pro with like she trained along with like MJF and Max Caster and like she's underneath Brian Myers and Pat Buck and those guys. So she super well trained.
Then she got hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
but the fans were like mad that Ruby beat her last night, which was
I know that was such an interesting like. Look into the human psyche. It was so bizarre. I was like, whoa. I feel like I think that honestly they're dueling promos while Mark Henry sits and smiles. I love that, by the way. Because I was like, yes, Ruby, yes, you go, girl. And then all of a sudden Chris Statlander started talking. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh damn. She won me over with that promo. I was like, oh shit. So I'm gonna go Britt Baker. But it's interesting that you said, yeah, and you're right. There was something, I don't know if it's just because she was like, it's just like her presence. I don't know what it is, but I was kind of like, oh, she's going to make it.
Yeah. Now,
I don't know. There's something like, she had like a lot of bark and bite,
If it's me personally, though, like, I'd prefer Britt Baker to win, personally. But that's just me. As, the way that I am as a fan, I would rather see Britt Baker win. I think Ruby Soho is good, but I don't think she's... This is just me personally, and there's a lot of people that are not going to like hearing this. I don't think she's on the same level as like a Deeb or a Thunder Rosa. I think she's... But right. she's like higher... There's like a level above... So like you got talents like Anna Jay and Ty Conti who are like really, really good for where they're at, but they're still like progressing and learning. Ruby's like a level above that, but not in like the level I think of like the top tier, if that makes sense. So
right.
But Britt's there. I actually think Ruby's better in ring than Britt is, but Britt's like we said, she's so over.
The full package. She's the full package.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Sometimes like that can put you in that category. You don't have to be the best. Like I know people won't like hearing this one either, but like it's just an example that makes sense. Like Hulk Hogan was never a great in-ring wrestler, but he was just so over that it just didn't matter. John Cena is kind of similar, more athletic than Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
5 moves of doom, whatever, but like it didn't matter because he's so over. He's still the top guy.
Right.
All right, next match. We got the Jericho Appreciation Society taking on Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and the BCC Anarchy in the Arena. Who do you think wins this one, Jessi? Like this feud, I think has been pretty. It's been kind of all over the place, but I like everyone involved in this, and this should wind up being really good. I think.
I know it should be. I don't know. I'm gonna go Jericho Appreciation Society, even though it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like they're very much outgunned, I guess, in a sense. But I feel like the Jericho Appreciation Society will find a way to win, just because they'll do something super sports entertainment and like piss everybody off. It's gonna be funny. Or Jericho will use his wizard powers.
Yeah, he's a wizard now. Just
I love the fireball.
And he's in the best shape of his life. It looks like it's wild.
He looks phenomenal.
Yeah, good for Jericho.
Like he is ripped. You could freaking do laundry on those abs. Damn.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Christopher asked what the rules for Anarchy in the Arena is. I don't know. I
don't think there are rules. I think that's why it's called Anarchy.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's just first one to get pinned or submitted. I don't think this is elimination, just based on like it not saying that it is.
Right.
But I'm going Jericho Appreciation Society, and I think part of my line of thinking of that is they kind of teased in these promos leading up to the match that the Kingston team and the BCC team, like they're not all friends. Like Kingston and Danielson aren't friends and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's some tension kind of within their own group, and I think that could maybe cost them here.
Right.
So, but I'm looking forward to it. I like everyone in this.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Are you kidding me? This is gonna be great.
Yes. 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team titles. Jurassic Express taking on Team Taz and also taking on Keith Lee and Swerve.
Keith Lee and Swerve.
Dude, everyone seems to be picking them. I'm taking Jurassic Express to retain.
Are you? Okay. Hey.
I think it's. I love all the love that I'm seeing for Team Taz. Or sorry, for would you say Keith Lee or? Oh,
yeah, I said Keith
I'm sorry.
Lee.
I'm hearing a lot of people taking Team Taz. Actually, I got the teams confused.
Really?
So that's the thing. I think everyone expects Jurassic Express to lose, but I expected that on the last show when it was like them, FTR, and Red Dragon.
Here's the thing. Christian.
That's happening at some point. He's turning. Yeah.
He was like, we have defended these titles.
And I'm hasn't at all. Yeah.
We? It's happening.
Okay.
I think it happens this weekend. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. And I caught that too during that promo. I was like, he hasn't, like, this isn't like a Freebirds or like a New Day type scenario.
Right.
Like, he hasn't been defending these titles at all. In fact, I don't know why Marco Stunt looks like Christian now. I don't know what's happened.
Right. What happened? He's not really tall.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Jurassic Express just because I here's the thing. I think this was genius to put Starks and Hobbs and Lee and Swerve together in tag teams for this show because it gets them on the pay-per-view, which they all deserve to be on this show.
Right.
And I'm just glad that they're featured, and if they win, if either of those teams wins the tag team titles, that's going to be huge for them and on a huge platform.
Right.
I just feel like a more established tag team will be Jurassic Express. I don't know if that's FTR or if that's the Young Bucks, but yeah,
totally fair.
But hey, am I going to be upset if Team Taz or Lee and Swerve win? Absolutely not. Good for them if they get the job done. Like I'm just happy to see that match is on the show.
It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun match.
When speaking of fun matches, Dream Match.
Oh, God.
We haven't seen this one since the night before WrestleMania 33 in Orlando.
Right? Yes.
We got the Hardys versus the Young Bucks. I marked out hard yesterday, seeing the Hardys.
Oh my God, that shit was so.
The Young
funny.
Bucks as the Hardys and Gangrel. Yeah, good stuff.
Oh my God, and Brandon Cutler with the thong.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so funny. And I love how he had the thong and he also had like regular underwear on at the same time.
Yeah, that was great stuff.
That was hilarious. That was beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, it was so funny. I was like, what happened? I was like, what happened to Jeff? I was like, his hair looks great.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Uh,
I was like so confused.
I mean, they look a lot like the Young Hardy Boys too, which is so crazy. Like they really did. Um, I love that.
That was so
My
funny.
brother, of course, was like, "See, this is what AEW is. It's just a bunch of people cosplaying as their favorite wrestlers." I was like, "Okay, Cornette, whatever."
That's fair.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, it's like that's like the meta joke of it is like the joke within the joke. Like the fans are in on that joke, you know.
Yes. It's like if you know, you
Yeah.
know, right?
As far as a winner for this one, this is a tough one to call because I think they'll wind up having a series of matches. I think this is just like the first of like probably like 3 matches or something that they're gonna have. I'm just gonna take the Young Bucks mainly just 'cause I'm wearing the shirt right now, and like the Young Bucks are if I had to choose my like one favorite tag team going in wrestling right now, it's the Young Bucks. And I'm fine with either team winning. Because, like I said, I think we're going to see this multiple times. But I'm going to say the Young Bucks get the first one here, and then maybe the Hardys win like a ladder match or something like the next time they wrestle or something like that.
Oh, that could be good. Yeah, I feel like the Young Bucks win. I feel like there's going to be something New Japan happening here.
Very possible, yeah.
So that could happen. But yeah, I'm going to take the Young Bucks as well.
All right, yeah. Young Bucks, yeah. Great. It's just cool as hell that I'll say this.
So great.
Most of the build for this, a lot of people have missed. If you watch BTE, they've been building this match for months on BTE way better than they did on television, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of backwards, and I wish some of Matt Hardy cut a promo on BTE like 2 weeks ago that I really think people should check out. It should have been on Dynamite. Like it was so good about like them, basically about how the Young Bucks have now exceeded the Hardy Boys as like the best tag team, and how the Young Bucks, they've stuck to their Christian morals and don't do drugs and have stayed straight edge, where like the Hardys used to be like that, but like the business kind of like sucked them in, and they wound up like becoming people that they didn't want to become through like addiction and stuff. And their mom died real young, and like they're talking.
They just lost their dad.
Yeah, and they're like, so they're talking about like, and basically like it was like one of the best promos I've ever heard Matt Hardy cut in his career, and it was on BTE, and it's like this should be on Dynamite. People should see this. Anyways, I am going to take the Young Bucks in that one as well. We got 6-person mixed tag team match. American Top Team, the combo of Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and the debuting Paige Van Zandt, taking on Sammy Guevara, Frankie Kazarian, and Ty Conti. Who do you have in this one, Jessi?
Scorpio Sky and crew.
Yeah, me too. I think that's all we really need to say.
Gotta get cheap pops. Cheap pops.
New title belt, purple and gold.
Yep. It's beautiful.
We got the house. This match has been super overshadowed, but that's gonna be so good.
Right.
The House of Black taking on Death Triangle. God. I'm gonna take House of Black, but this is something where honestly, all these people should probably be friends, and they should just have like a super stable of like all these people.
Oh my god.
Like
Death. What is it? Not Hexagon. Is that the 6th one? Yeah, Death Hexagon.
Funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. House of Death.
House of Death. Ooh, that's not.
I know it sounds kind of might be a little too dark.
That might be a little too. That's a little too real.
Yeah, a little too bad. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of ways to consolidate their names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Death House. No, you can't do that.
But anyways, this match is gonna. This match is gonna rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just wild that the card is so stacked that no one's really even talking about this match. But this is like a main event level match. Like this is gonna be incredible.
It's on the buy-in too.
I don't know. I think the only buy-in.
I think it's on the buy-in.
Okay. Well, either way, that match is gonna rule. So yeah, we got House of Black over Death Triangle. Jade Cargill against Anna Jay for the TBS title. I think it's foregone conclusion Jade's gonna retain, but it should be a good match though. I like Anna Jay a lot.
Right. It should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Not a whole lot more we can say about that. I'm sure Jade will do her thing, and Anna Jay will look real good as well. I think it's just another win to add to the resume of Jade Cargill. I think Anna Jay will be the TBS champion though at some point. Like I could see her in that title mix for sure. I freaking love this matchup, and this got announced yesterday. Kyle O'Reilly versus Darby Allin. Love it.
That's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
This is honestly, on a card that's this stacked, this is one of my top 3 favorite, like, most look forward to matches on this whole thing.
Cherry on top.
Yeah.
Cherry on top.
The more they can get Kyle O'Reilly out there as a singles guy, the better. Because I've been saying it for so long. Like, this guy, like, he could be... He could be huge in AEW because of his in-ring style, kind of his goofiness, like in promos and whatnot. Like, I think there's...
Oh, God, when he, like, makes all those faces in the middle of promos. Hilarious.
Like, I've always thought that, like, Adam Cole's a bit more charismatic, but, like, I've always seen Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly on kind of the same level. Bobby Fish, I didn't...
Especially...
Yeah, exactly. Like, in the ring, Kyle... I love his MMA style and stuff. I mean, it's... And then Darby is...
Very Brian Daniels.
Yeah, a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
In Darby, you know, I think initially they were gonna do Darby and Sting along with like the Hardys and stuff. Like there was gonna be more people involved with the Young Bucks, and I think they were gonna do there's another team involved in that. I can't remember who now off the top of my head, but they were teasing like an 8-man match. I think Sting is hurt right now, so
yeah.
But at least they got Darby onto the show, and this, like I said, on a card this stacked, this is legitimately like one of my top 3 most anticipated matches, just because of who's involved. I know they're gonna knock it out of the park, and I hope this is the opening match for the show because Darby freaking knocks it out of the park in opening matches, like.
Oh man,
because the crowd's so hot.
He sets the tone. Yeah, he sets the tone.
Oh man,
he really does. And thank you, Hillary, for subscribing. Welcome. I can't be in the chat because my computer is slow, but thank you for subscribing.
Thank you so much, Hillary. And the last match we got here, pre-show, Hookhausen versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark.
Hookhausen.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Hookhausen. I'm assuming it's going to mainly be Danhausen trying to curse people, and then like Hook doing all the work, and like Danhausen thinks he's doing it, you know?
Right. I just hope that we eventually get to see like Danhausen actually wrestle because he's actually a really good wrestler.
Yeah, the only problem with him as a wrestler on a company like AEW, I think, is going to be
the teeth.
Well, so the teeth are, yes, that's part of it because like the teeth are technically legal, and the way he explains it is like because he's adding more teeth to a mouth that already a human mouth that has teeth, so like it isn't a foreign object, so it shouldn't be illegal. But he's got like the tequila dance, and so it's
right.
It's one of those things that like it can definitely work, but I think it's smart they're doing this tag team because it can keep Danhausen kind of more of like a comedy character that isn't like beating people up, and Hook is doing all the dirty work.
Right.
But Danhausen thinks he's doing it. He thinks he's cursing people, but it's actually Hook doing all the work. It's almost like Beverly Hills Ninja back in the day with Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Where like his brother's doing all the work behind the scenes, but like he thinks he's...
That's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious Hookhausen's going to win. They'll probably pin Smart Mark because, you know, why not? Smart Mark, by the way, doing incredible work with Nese and with Jade and everything he's doing. I think Smart Mark is like a really underrated talent in wrestling. Also part of the Creator Pro team that I was talking about earlier with Brian Myers and, you know, MJF and all those guys.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to give away a Wrestle Rumble entry here in a second, y'all. I'm going to get it pulled up. I've got a few names on my list. So I've got Piz on here once. I've got Carson on here 3 times. Deshaun on here twice. Kogan on here once.
He's put Deshaun on there 3 times because he put Wrestle Rumble in the chat too.
All right. Let me do that. So then I got to actually give Carson... Because Carson did a $10, so I'm going to give him one more for the $10. Okay.
Who else? Dial F for film. So
that's Kogan. Got
Kogan.
him. Yep.
Yeah. So Piz, Kogan, Strike Leather.
Oh, let me put that on there. Strike Leather. Christopher Strike Leather.
Just say Wrestle Rumble in the chat. If you want another entry. While you're at it, if you could hit the like button if you've liked what you've seen, that would really help us out as well. Thank you so much for the interaction. We love our chat. Our chat is such a cool vibe. We love it. It's much like my Vibe Tribe on my Twitch, twitch.tv/JessiTheBuckI1. We love our chat. We want more people in the chat that are great. It's a great space where you can kind of say what you want, and people are just going to respect you for it. So liking this video, sharing it with your friends, subscribing to the channel, interacting with the video in all of those ways really does help us out, and it really does help the algorithm recommend this video to like-minded people like yourself. So that's a really great way to help us out, and it's totally free. So thank you so much, and thank you for all the super chats, and thank you for the subscriptions and all of that.
Yes, thank y'all so much, and thank you, Jessi, for letting everybody know that.
I got you.
I'm getting it pulled up right now.
I got you.
All right, so I'm going to pull up the random name generator. All that I ask is that if your name is called, or you see it generated here, please message myself or Jessi ASAP on Twitter, or put your Twitter handle in the chat here on YouTube, and I just need to be able to reach out to you so that we can make sure that Wrestle Rumble emails you your free entry on Sunday before the show. So I just need to make sure that I got your email address to send over to Wrestle Rumble so you can get your prize. All right. So we got it right here. We got Piz, we got Carson 4 times, we got Deshaun 3 times, we got Kogan, we got Christopher Strikeleather. All right. The winner of a free WrestleRumble.com Double or Nothing Pick'em contest entry for a chance to win $1,000 cash is, drumroll from Jessi, Carson. Congratulations.
Woo!
That was Cadillac Carson. So Carson, please, me and Jessi will hang out here for a minute. Please put your Twitter handle in the chat, and or just mention me or Jessi on Twitter. Jessi the Buckeye, Fight Talk _. Just say I won a Wrestle Rumble entry or something like that. I'll check my mentions, and as long as you're following, well, follow both of us preferably, but as long as you're following me, I can direct message you the to get your email. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna wait here for just a second on Carson. I don't know. Do you know who Carson is on Twitter by chance? Sometimes we know some of these people.
I don't know. I can't.
Oh, that's
wait.
Right.
Hold on, slow. Hold on. It's actually loading right now.
Carson.
Let's see. Let me.
Because there was a guy on here I'm seeing on Twitter. Cadillac Carson says he loves watching professional wrestling and talking about it with others. Oh, he totally retweeted your tweet today. Okay, this has got to be him.
Okay.
Okay, Carson, we just need to be able to message you. If he's following you on Twitter, Jessi, if maybe you can DM him.
Yeah, let me go to my retweets. There, that's gotta be
perfect.
Him. Yep.
If you can just shoot him a message to let him know he won, and just get his email and message it to me.
Hold on, we won the. Hold on, let me do that right this minute, so I don't forget.
And while Jessi's doing that, really quickly, I'm going to tell you all about some of the people that help our show out. I'm not going to show all the stuff on here today, but once again, thank you to WrestleRumble.com. Go to their website right now, enter the Double or Nothing Pick'em contest for a chance to win $1,000, and then try to win $1,000 on June 6th, in just a week or so, in the Hell in a Cell Pick'em contest. Also, make sure to hit up my brother Brian Jensen at Boxing ATL on Instagram. He can help you reach your goals, from professional fighting all the way to just dexterity work and helping with really anything, self-defense, getting in shape, whatever you're looking for. Brian can help you out. He's a boxing trainer. He can help you in person in the Atlanta, Georgia area, or online anywhere in the world through Skype and Zoom calls, that kind of stuff. So just follow him on Instagram at BOXINGATL. Shout out also to Music City Toys and Collectibles. Check out their retail location at 101 West Main Street in Watertown, Tennessee, and check them on all social media at Music City Toys. They're nice people. They give you fair business, action figures, DVDs, autographs, wrestling memorabilia, anything you think about, anything that you could collect really when it comes to wrestling. Check it out, Music City Toys and Collectibles. And also, shout out to, actually, that was all of them. That's all three of them.
Yeah.
IWTV, use code FIGHTTALK on independentwrestling.tv. Helps me out when you use that. Cadillac Carson, just said that he'll connect on Twitter. Perfect.
Yeah, I messaged you on Twitter, so you're
Perfect.
good.
All right, Carson, just make sure to send Jessi your email address so she can send it to me, and I will make sure Wrestle Rumble gets that. You'll get an email Sunday morning or afternoon. Just check your inbox the morning and afternoon of the show. That's when they usually send those out.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I gotta go because the AC maintenance guy should be here very soon. So yeah, Jessi, any last words you got before we get on out of here?
I hope everyone has a great time. I'll be live streaming on Twitch for Double or Nothing. Jessi the Buckeye 1, the number 1. Jessi the Buckeye 1 on Twitch because I forgot my password for the first one. So yeah, that's it. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be tweeting too, or at least trying to. And I hope that everyone has a great weekend and stay safe and enjoy Double or Nothing.
Yes, hope y'all enjoy Double or Nothing. It's gonna be a great show. Make sure to check out FightfulSelect.com. Every Sunday, Fightful Select Weekender podcast. Yep, Spotlight every Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Fightful's YouTube channel. Myself and Jeremy. This week we're going to be at 8:30 because I got to work a little earlier this upcoming Thursday. So check that out, youtube.com/Fightful. And yeah, follow me on Twitter, FightTalk_, FIGHTTALK_. I'll keep all my links for all the stuff that I got going on right there. So like Jessi said, enjoy Double or Nothing this weekend, and we'll be back soon to talk about it.